The Canucks have their first pick at 20th overall.
Libor Palasic, the big center from Czechoslovakia, taken last year. Needs a little work. Alex Stoyanov, they've been drafting some size. In the last couple of years, Palasic and Stoyanov are just huge mountains of men. I don't think there's any reason Pat Quinn's going to change at this point. One of the players that certainly it's him, Todd Bertuzzi, the big center from Guelph. Big power type guy that is also very aggressive. One of the more aggressive players. He'd be somebody to be looking at also. The defenseman from Sweden, Stefan Bergqvist, who can bench press 300 pounds. That would be another option.
The top of the Vancouver list seems to be the need for a big center. A center who could score a little bit too.
Chief Scout Mike Penny heads up with the sweater ahead of Pat Quinn. Pat Quinn, everybody wondering, is he going to relinquish the coaching duties? Perhaps to Rick Lee. He may be losing an assistant coach. Ron Wilson, the Vancouver assistant coach, is apparently the odds-on favorite at this point to be named the head coach of the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Jack Furr says that decision won't be made until next week, but that seems to be the rumble. Either he or Mike Murphy, assistant coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Al Sims, a minor leaguer in Fort Wayne this year, the three leading contenders for that Ducks job. But right now, Quinn and Penny going up, probably to add some size and strength to the lineup of the Vancouver Canucks.
Best first rounder selected in recent memory by the Canucks, Trevor Linden in '88. Pretty good surprise in Dixon Ward that same year at 128th overall for the Canucks. So at 20th overall, Canucks first round selection coming up with Pat Quinn now. Tendency to think of the Vancouver Canucks as a young hockey team, but it's a team that is getting a little bit older with some of the deals they've made in recent times.
And Peter Nedved is a free agent.
Vancouver Canucks are proud to select from the Canadian Hockey League, Mike Wilson.
Mike Wilson.
Well, they talked about adding size, and they've done that with the Sudbury Wolves. Sudbury Wolves are going to have a big day here. A lot of players to be drafted, and here's the first of them. And this guy is very, very, very big boy. 6'5", 190 pounds. Went through had a bout of mononucleosis this year, lost 10 to 15, almost 20 pounds at one point in the season. Came back late. That certainly affected his development. Vancouver Canucks, Pat Quinn likes size, and he got it there with Wilson.
Mike, you played a lot of the season with older, more experienced defensemen in Sudbury. I'm wondering how much you think that helped your development and helped your standing in the draft.
The older guys on the team helped the young guys out a lot. Coached on through the year, helped us through rough spots, kept us going during tough games, kept us up.
Do you ever feel as though you get missed in Sudbury because you're sort of off the beaten scouting track?
A little bit. I don't know, not too many scouts make it up there, but if you can't play on the road, you can't play, so they watch you on the road, and that's where it counts.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Mike Wilson from the Sudbury Wolves, taken 20th overall by the Vancouver Canucks.
Mike Wilson played 1992 season with Sudbury, 6 goals, 13 points in 53 games. General Manager Sam McMaster of the Sudbury Wolves says must have the longest arms, shoulder to cuff, of anybody being drafted today. 39 inches. The 39 inches.
That's a pretty good wingspan.
You can see right there. Look at the size of the pipes on that guy. A big, big boy for the Vancouver Canucks from Brampton, Ontario.
Pat Quinn, who was a fairly tall NHLer in his day, and we saw Esposito up there
that gives you
a little bit earlier, and it just gives you an idea of the changing complexion of the National Hockey League today.
Certainly is, when Pat Quinn was one of the biggest guys who played the game when he played, and now you've got a first-round pick who just towers over him.
Guess who's next? It's Montreal, and let's bring in
except for Paul Correa, of course. I don't know, we must be eating very well in Canada. All these young kids look so good.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
By the way, they're not booing the Vancouver Canucks, they're booing the Montreal Canadiens.